Hey everyone, welcome and thank you so much for being with me here today. It is my honor. It is my joy, and this is your channel. I am here and created this channel because it is part of my calling, my life purpose, to be a messenger, a guide, but I'm also always a student right along with you, learning and growing on this path. And today is interesting because when I woke up, I did some, meditating, I did some praying, and as I was doing a few things around the kitchen, I kept hearing cause and effect. Cause and effect, okay? And so I was like, okay, let's see what Spirit has to say about this message today. It does feel like a very strong energy of some kind of intuitive or you have to, it feels like somebody's getting into this a place where they need to make a decision about something. And I know we always hear this: decisions, decisions, decisions. Somebody's got to make a decision. Yes, there's always decisions every day in our lives, right? Today feels like a more serious decision that someone has to make. And it is. What's interesting is all week I was hearing caught between a rock and a hard place, right? So it feels like this is sort of like this kind of energy where it feels very much like we have to make some sort of decision on some situation in your life, or let's dig deeper into this and find out what that might be. But if I will say what comes in, but take a moment as always to clear your energy. Just breathe in and out a few times. Pause this, and if you feel you have to pause it, and sort of just breathe in and out and clear that energy so that the message can come through clearly for you. Okay. I feel today a very strong energy of it's a feminine kind of, I want to say it's a balance, but so for the guys listening, this doesn't exclude you. Everybody has female and male energies, right? So take it as it comes, take it as it resonates, and make sure that you give thanks to your guides when you receive this message. Okay, so it feels very much like a high energy. It's interesting because this energy that's here it's very intense, but it's not a energy that's an action energy in this moment. It is an energy of it's like this intense decision. Okay, do I turn right? Do I turn left? Do I take this job? Do I not? Do I start something with this person, start a relationship with this person, or do I walk in the other direction? There's it feels like the energy is sort of pressing on you. And really I feel like it's your soul trying to tell you, you know the right decision to make. You know what's right and what's best for you. And it feels like for some of you it could be hard to walk away from something or someone. Let's get into that in a bit, but let me just start with the cards. I feel very much like this is a, like I said, a high energy type of more spiritual, high energy introspection, kind of weighing everything out so you can make an informed decision. But I was hearing cause and effect because I feel like it feels like there's some sort of, you're worried about if you make this decision, what's going to happen. But it feels like it's time to take a chance on something because you haven't been happy in some way in your life. And to me, it feels like this is scary, but yet it's intriguing you. And so you haven't fully made some decision, or it's like you're at this crossroads and there are signs that point in all different directions. So you don't know which one is the right one. But it feels like this energy, something's coming in to help you on your journey to make a decision, right? Pardon me while I sip. But it feels very much like this energy that is surrounding you. It's sort of like, don't think of it as a dark cloud, but I think some of you are kind of seeing it as a dark cloud. I think this is what I feel. I feel like you put something out to the universe, and the universe said, okay. Because in your heart, you really want something. You really want to go in a direction that's better for you. You put it out there. You have said this prayer in your heart, and may not even realized it, but you have said and you have prayed about a better way. There's got to be a better way, right? I feel like this covers a lot of things. So we're going to go into different scenarios. For some of you, it's money decisions, learning from past, maybe mistakes, or maybe decisions that you made that didn't benefit you like you thought it would. Okay. And so, I feel like you had to come to this place where you finally realize this isn't working for me. It's a Band-Aid. Every time I have an issue with money, I do this, and then I end up in the same situation again, right? It's like a boomerang. And it's not, excuse me, it's not working. And so Spirit says, there you go. That is the launching point for you to be on a new path in regards to, in this case, in your finances, right? For some of you. And it feels like there is something now. It feels like the doors open up to have other opportunities for, maybe you want extra work, maybe a part-time gig. Excuse me. To bring in more money, to pay off some bills. And you have a clear picture in your mind what you want to do, right? And so it feels like you had to get to that point where you finally accepted, okay, now I've learned. For some of you, some expensive lessons. But it's not worthy of beating yourself up. It is worthy of praise, of celebration, of, yes, I finally get it. I can't do this anymore. I've got to choose a different path. I've got to learn a different way. I've got to make this happen. And so the universe is like, okay, I can latch on to that. I can help you with that. And that's what this feels like. It feels like the High Priestess energy, right? Archangel Haniel. It feels like it is, you're finally listening to something that you didn't hear before because you were wanting a quick resolution, right? This Archangel Haniel is saying, listen to your intuition. Finally, you're hearing your inner voice telling you, okay, I have to do this the right way. I have to have patience and consider, how do I really want to resolve a situation? Do I want to put a temporary Band-Aid on it? I don't want to cover up Mr. Owl. How about I do this? Do I really want to cover up, put a Band-Aid on a situation so I can be out of this worry for the moment? Or do I want to fix this? Do I want to learn how to do this properly so that I can go forward in a more steady energy, in a more lucrative result? Okay? It feels like whatever this is, that you are going through, making a decision, or you've come to a realization, that it's that high priestess energy that kicks into gear and is reaching in to get the truth of what it is you need to do to fix something, to improve your situation. That's what this feels like, a victory. It feels like this is a silencing. It's not going to, not responding to these. I don't know about you, but I get a ton of ads, a ton of advertisements through email, through social media about, refinance or take out a loan or this or that, right? And it feels like all of these are quick fixes. Believe me, I've done them. But is it really teaching you how to move forward and do this? Do you know the feeling that you get from doing something on your own, and not meaning on your own without your guides or anything, but without the assistance of these banks or institutions that want to, pretty much sell you a loan so you can pay them high interest? This is something that's coming in for you that is a learning opportunity for you. And so I feel like this is a time, it's kind of like silence is golden. Silence all of the ads, you know what I mean? Don't pay attention to any of that right now, unless there's something that you're guided to. But when you are in a situation where you feel like, oh my God, what do I do? A lot of people, and it's human nature, will react or act on something quickly and then regret it later. Okay, I've done it. I know. And so Spirit is saying, this is not doing you any good. You're not learning. You have to take the time to learn how to move yourself out of situations. And right now it feels more like career and finance, right? It feels like you keep doing the same things over and over again, and it doesn't really get you anywhere. It's a temporary Band-Aid, but then you have to start the process all over again and try to fix it again. And so all of these companies, and I'm not saying don't ever refinance or don't ever take out a loan. I'm saying stop the cycle that you've been in. And this High Priestess is here to say, listen, it's time for change. Archangel Haniel is, I feel like she's an angel of change. She's an angel of opportunity to learn, to grow, to be within your truth. Okay. It feels like she's saying, you don't need to go and tell everybody what your plans are, where you were and where you're going. It's exciting because you feel like you're finally there, ready to make a change, ready to move forward in the knowledge that you have, you've learned something, and now it's time to move forward, right? And so it feels very much like this is not a time. I just keep hearing silence is golden. So to me, that means to tune out all the other garbage, to tune out all the other stuff that, like I said, the ads, the enticing, we can help you with your tax debt, all of those things, right? It's interesting because I'm not saying some of those can't help you, but I'm saying it's important that you learn how to move forward with certain things, how to bring in extra income, and know that you are in alignment when it feels like peace, okay? Versus when you make a decision and you're not quite sure, but you go through with it anyways. But it feels like a strong energy here. And I also feel like it feels like right now is not the time to tell to make an announcement to everyone. I have this dream and I'm going for it. And it feels like it's time to kind of keep that to yourself, because there's a lot of temptation for somebody else in your work setting or friend setting or family to discourage you, because what are you thinking? You can't live on that. You can't make a living on that. What are you thinking? And so Archangel Haniel is saying, it's the most influential person here for you is you right now. To rely on yourself, to depend on yourself, to learn, to grow, to know what is going to work for you. Pardon me, I have to. My voice, my throat feels dry. So I get this way when the energy is strong. It does feel like this is it's time to get in your strength. Okay, it's time. It's funny because when I was talking about keeping this to yourself, I was seeing a scene from I don't know if you guys ever saw The Office, but there's a scene where Michael Scott, that's the character, Steve Carell, he's can't afford to pay his bills because his girlfriend is spending all his money, right? And so he talks to one of his accountants, and the accountant says to him, Michael, you gotta stop spending all this money because you can't afford to pay all your bills. And he said, you're going to have to declare bankruptcy. And so Michael comes out of his office and he says, I declare bankruptcy. And it's like it was funny. It was a funny scene. But that's not what we are to do right now. We are not to go announce things to people. We are to be within our own energy and trust ourselves, to learn, to grow, and to finally stop the cycle of repetitive same thing over and over again, getting back in that situation. So it's time to, once you acknowledge that you are stopping that cycle and moving forward, the universe opens up those doors, okay? You may even get an idea about, maybe you did see an ad or something before. It's different though. It's different this time. So maybe you saw something, an ad, an idea or something, and now you're willing to learn how to do this. Learn what it is. It's interesting because there are a lot of experts out there. Some are real experts and some are fake. But there are a lot of professionals out there that can help you, but you have to know. You have to put in the time it takes to learn how to fix your, how to go forward in a healthier way financially, how to make more money, how to cut back on certain things, but it's not something that, basically, I feel like this energy, this message from Archangel Haniel is saying, stop the madness. Don't go. Right now is not the time to seek out all of these ads and check into all of them right now. It's time to check in with yourself and make an agreement with yourself. I'm going to move forward now. I'm going to move forward with figuring out how to bring in more money, how to cut back on certain things, how to make life easier for myself financially, right? And so I feel like you're gonna get this whirlwind of it's like this gust of wind that comes through and it brings in fresh air, and it's like this revitalizing energy to move you forward. Okay, all right, I feel like this is kind of a a long message for just this card. So I feel like we should move on. You This is an emotional time for a lot of you, okay? And I feel like that because I'm seeing a lot of blue, I'm seeing a lot of water. It feels like this has been emotional for you because you're just, it feels like maybe you've been tied to something emotionally or someone. And it feels like there's nothing more for you to learn there. It's time to start a new chapter in your life, okay? So like I said, these readings there are different scenarios. This one, it seemed to touch on finances in a big way, okay? Yeah, here we go. Seven of Earth, okay? A temporary pause in action. This is what I said. Don't take action right now. This is a time to get in within your intuitive, and this is going to help you to make a decision. It's also going to help to open doors. And it says this says unnecessary worry. Okay. This is seeds well planted, a temporary pause. Yeah, there was a plan. Yeah, you put your intention out there, but guess what? Right now is a crucial time for you to, it's sort of like when you cook a meal, you don't automatically cut into it and start eating when it's still hot from the oven. Okay? You let it sit for a minute, you let it rest. And so that's what Spirit is saying. You planted these seeds, you had an intention, you know what you wanted, and you still do, but now their emotion comes in, attachments come in, and you're like, oh God, can I do this? Can I let go of this job? Can I let go of this circle of friends that maybe the energy isn't aligning anymore? Or how do I do that? How can I do that? And so I feel like your intention that was put out there, the universe grabbed onto it, your prayers have been answered. But you have to now come into this, let the dust settle, and you have to come into this energy where you can embrace and know that this is best for you. Because why did you put your intention out there in the first place? Because you knew that this was the best thing for you. You knew that your soul doesn't align with whatever it is that it's not aligning with right now where you are. And for a lot of you, it does feel big, like it's career. For a lot of you, it feels like it's finance, right? Your money. For some of you, it could be a home. It's just not your, it's just not, it's time to move on. Okay. It feels very much like this is a time to be in your own strength, in your own wisdom, in your own knowledge, okay? Here we have Mr. Owl. This is why I put him out. The wise owl, that's you. That's your soul. It's your soul telling you it's time. It's time to trust in yourself with everything that you've learned. I'm sorry, that light. Okay. Everything that you've learned. Use what you've learned. Learn from your past cycle of, I hate saying mistake because it sounds negative, but learn from your past decisions that didn't work, that lead you to the same situation you started out with in the first place. It's time to move on. And so this energy that is huge, but yet it's quiet, is here with you. It's going to be sitting with you. I feel like over the next few weeks, there's going to be a lot of contemplation, a lot of, for some of you, you may worry about this decision. But it feels like there is an opportunity here to invite peace to come in, to invite your angels to come in and help calm your, help to buoy your faith, to help you with your fear of change. A lot of, I feel like cancers, okay, I feel like cancers, the Cancer sign, have issues with change. and it feels very like stubborn energy, right? So I'm not saying all of you cancers are, this is just for you. I'm saying if it's that kind of energy that feels like it's with you, but something comes through, right? Something comes through like an aha moment. Because look at, we got this number 7 again. A complex decision, right? What did I say about decision? A complex decision. Stop procrastinating and make it. Make that decision. Move forward. Make a decision to do better for yourself, for your family, whatever. For your finances. Make a decision to, I want to say, I feel like some of you are very loyal to your, whoever you work for, whatever company that is. But it feels like they're not as loyal to you. And you have to sort of be in this intuitive place where it could be emotional, but I feel like the High Priestess is saying you have to look at this logically too. If you look at it emotionally, you have to look at it at what's best for you, okay? And so it feels like this decision is inevitable. And it feels like over the next few weeks, there will be moments of clarity, moments of release, and trust me, well, I know when I'm at that point where I'm releasing something because I cry. That's why I said emotions are here. It's like, for me, it feels like when I cry like that, where I cry for a long time, it's releasing stuck energy, releasing what has been holding me back, right? And it does feel painful sometimes because it's been part of you. It's been kind of embedded within you. And when you release something like that and you remove it, it's painful because that's all you've known. Going into something new is incredibly scary for a lot of people. Let me try to do one more card here. Let's see. Let me try another one. And then I want to move on to another deck, okay? I think. Let me just see what comes up here. Okay, thank you. All right. Yes, we have Archangel Metatron here. Yep, the Chariot. A decision will be made. And it feels like the universe is going to be nudging this situation as well. That's what that feels like. It's an important achievement, an accomplishment, a decision, a releasing of something that was holding you back from moving forward, okay? It does say self-discipline and willpower, and public recognition. That's what this says. So the public, to me, the public recognition feels like there is somebody is interested in you for, it could be a job. I don't feel like for a lot of you it's a new boyfriend or girlfriend or husband or wife. I feel like it could be for a few of you, but this feels more like the energy is more in the way of finances and career. For me, that's what this feels like. There, for a few of you, it is love. If for a few of you, it is coming out of a rough situation with someone and making improvements. That's what this feels like your energy, like now you went through a rough patch with someone, but it's now improving. It's on the mend. That's what this feels like. Yeah. See here, Two of Air. It feels like there was a kind of, you were at a stalemate and you were kind of accepting, okay, it's going to be this way for the rest of our lives. Well, okay, well, I'm bored, but whatever. But it feels like it feels like you were accepting something, and not just in love. It feels like maybe in a career, maybe in some other place. It feels like you were just in acceptance and you embraced, this is the way it's going to be. It's not going to change. But this is what I know and I'm comfortable with. So I'm going to stay right here. And I'm just going to let it be. Maybe someone got a promotion and you didn't. Maybe someone got recognition and you didn't. Maybe your pay isn't where it should be and you feel like you deserve more. But this energy that is here is, no, that's not acceptable. That's not how you were created to be in situations where you just settle. No, no, no. It feels like if you are not appreciated where you are, and the energy just isn't in alignment. Somebody told me a while back, and I didn't think about it this way until they told me this, but I was kind of upset because someone I know got a promotion and I didn't. I kind of feel like I got left behind. It's one of those situations where you train somebody and then they get ahead. It's one of those. And it really bothered me. And I was talking to someone that used to work there. And I said, it's this situation. And she said, Naomi, she's more of a, on the spiritual side. So she said, I feel like you didn't get promoted because you're not supposed to be there for the long haul. It just wasn't a situation where, because that might entice you to stay. And if you stay, it's not, if it's not in your, the energy doesn't align, it's not going to be good, even though you got promoted and whatever. But it made sense. And I totally understand that. And even so, more so now, it's like if something doesn't work out, it's probably not meant to be. And so I had to get in a place where I embraced that, because not embrace and settle for being not moving up, but where I had to embrace that this is true, because I'm a very loyal person. When I work for someone, I work hard. I put my heart and soul into something. And so it cuts deep when I don't get the, feel like I'm being compensated enough or get a bump up or whatever in my, in my position. So it feels very much like for some of you, this could be that you've settled into something that doesn't serve you. And so I feel like I am right when it comes to that you have gone every day with dread and not happiness to work. And it feels very much like it's just a drain on you, on your energy, okay? It does feel like this calls for your strength. And so, like I said with the High Priestess, she is saying, rely on your strength. Know that you have this wisdom, this knowledge, this ability to make a decision, to acknowledge and to own that there is change coming, and the change is in your best interest, okay? This is interesting because these cards just keep coming. Relationships develop to a new level. Like I said, that there wasn't... It feels like more of a career thing, but for some of you, this is love in your relationship. Trust in your intuition, okay? And it feels like, so these messages that apply to, different scenarios in your lives, you can trust them. They are genuine, they are real, and they are sent and given to you in love, okay? It feels like you're going to take the lead here with regards to this decision, with this energy that's coming in. You may already be feeling it. You may have already felt the shift of yourself moving forward, okay? And for me, it's huge to come out of a a cycle where I just keep doing the same thing over and over again. And then finally I realize, okay, this isn't working. Duh. But it's it's very freeing to realize, okay, I'm stopping the cycle. That's it. I'm moving forward in a different direction, in a healthier way for me. And I'm not looking back at all the times I did the same thing over and over again. It's is what it is. It was what it was. And now I'm starting something new, a new cycle. Okay? This is what this Archangel Haniel is saying. This is your decision. Your decision. What's best for you. Okay? Yeah, that feels very, very true to life. What's going on in a lot of our lives, right? It feels very. I'm hearing static, like static electricity, right? So when you rub your feet on carpet, put a pair of socks on, rub your feet on carpet. We used to do it as kids, and we would watch our hair like kind of stand up. Like static electricity, like it attracts, it's like a magnet, right? So the static electricity of this choice and decision to make something better for you and to finally be loyal to your path is upon you. It's right here. I just keep hearing within the next few weeks, some of you are making a bold move, okay? To set your sights on something and learn and grow and move in that direction. That's what it feels like. And that will open doors for you to move forward. Okay. I just can't make this up. What are you moving forward to? Abundance. Abundance. And I was hearing when I first saw this card, let me tell you, when I first saw this card, let me just show you the deck. Vintage, Wisdom, Oracle. Okay? When I first saw this card, Abundance, I was automatically hearing abundance comes in many different forms, but I was hearing and I was actually seeing somebody rise up to a more confident person, to a more, it feels like in control of your decisions, in control of your life. Okay? That's what this feels like. Some of you are just fed up. You're like, no, I can't do this anymore. There's got to be something better. I got to move on. And this is what's happening. Okay? Why am I hearing laundry? I keep hearing laundry. I don't know what that is. Maybe some of you are, maybe it's a metaphor for cleansing. When you do laundry, obviously you're washing the dirt out of your clothes or the soil or whatever it is, and it comes out nice and clean. It smells fresh. It's great, right? Maybe that's what this means is, so what I'm hearing is, what's that phrase? Airing someone's dirty laundry is being exposed. Someone is not truthful with you. And I think you sense this. And I don't feel like it's so much relationship thing. I feel like it's career. Like somebody is not truthful with you. Somebody is not looking out for your best interest. And I think your intuitive, your energy is picking up on that. And that's why you're in this place in the first place, to move forward. Because we got the adventure card. Moving forward into something new, something different, something you're not exposed to. Something that is maybe in a total different direction than where you are right now, a total different career path. Or maybe you've made a decision to move out of this place where you live, the state, the city, and move someplace else. That's what it feels like. Like maybe your energy is being swallowed up by something that's not healthy where you are. And so I do see somebody moving out of state, okay, because this is just not doing it for you anymore. And it's almost like you can't believe you do that because you that's not like you. But I think what's happening here is your soul is speaking loud and clear to you. It's time to move on. It's time to start something new. Kindred spirits, okay? It feels like a lot of you are moving to, for some of you, this is your finally coming to peace, right? You're in alignment with your soul. And now from as above, so below, you're moving into alignment and moving on to something else. And so now you're accepting, you're in agreement with your soul. Yes, it's time for me for change. But for some of you, I think this is about, as you move on, you are linking up with more kindred spirits. Wherever you were, it didn't align with your soul because it's like black and white. You're like total opposites. I'm, this, and this, and they're that, and that. And this city, this place isn't, the energy doesn't fuel me anymore. And I feel like my energy, it needs to be someplace else. And so it does feel like a move, guys. It feels like a big move. For some of you, moving into a new home, a new town, a new city, a new state, finding more lucrative job opportunities elsewhere. And some of you, these messages, guys, as a reminder, they are very yes, we're a community, but there are different scenarios in these messages because not everybody is going to experience the same thing, right? For those of you who are moving, it's a great opportunity for you to start fresh, a fresh path, a fresh new environment. And I think for some of you, you have attachments that it's hard to let go of. But it's inevitable. It just feels inevitable. You're moving. You are moving. And I don't know why I'm hearing Texas. Texas for maybe some of you. I don't know. Maybe moving out of Texas or moving to Texas. There is an environment there that's where your soul, it's like finding an oasis when you're in the desert. Your soul needs to be someplace else. Okay? There's nothing else in this card deck. So it feels very good. This is all good, guys. It might be a little emotional for you when you leave. And I think about this in my own home. Because I feel like at some point I will move from here. I don't know when. I'm not actively looking, but I know it will be emotional. I've been in this home for 30 years. And there are a lot of memories here. So yes, it would be very emotional for me. So I feel like for some of you, it would be a very emotional experience for you to move. But your soul knows it's best because it's a temporary feeling of sadness. But what comes after that is such joy and newness and greater opportunities that, you look back on the pain that you felt when you moved, and the joy from this decision outweighs the pain that you felt when you left. Okay? Is there anything else before we close this out? We're going on 45 minutes. It feels like my messages are never short for some reason, because Spirit has a lot to say, and there's a lot of energy here to be shared with all of you. Honor and trust your feelings. There you go. Look at that. Archangel Michael says, honor your truth. Honor your feelings. If it's time for you to go, then it's time for you to go. But it doesn't feel like it's like in an instant this is going to happen. It feels like this is a decision that's happening within the next, I'm hearing 2, so it could be 2 months, 2 weeks. I don't think it's 2 years, but I feel like it's fairly soon, where you make this decision and you move into peace, and then doors open, and you move forward. And Archangel Michael says you don't take that fear with you. Let go of it. Let go. Because what is holding you back is fear. And so it feels like a little bit of a battle, because that fear is stifling for you. But it doesn't feel like it's going to be victorious. It feels like you are going to be victorious over this fear. You're actually going, it almost feels like some of you are saying, come on, let's go, bring it. No, I know this fear, and I've reacted to this fear many times, and it has brought me to the same situation over and over again. So guess what? You want to tag along, fear? Go ahead, but you're going to be in the back. You're going to be in the back of the bus, fear. You're not going to be in the forefront. I'm in control now. I am victorious. I am in my Empress energy, in the High Priestess energy. I am within myself victorious. It feels righteous. That's what I'm hearing. Righteousness. So you can take a back seat and you can try again, but guess what? I'm stronger than ever. And Archangel Michael says, focus upon divine and perfect health. To me, that means fear is the opposite of that. Fear is the opposite of faith. It is very harmful to, if we allow fear to consume us, it can be very unhealthy in our lives, okay? I know people that don't want to venture out into public or to be around people because it's scary for them. Sometimes that could be an actual mental condition, which I'm not downplaying that. I'm just saying in general, fear can hold us back from experiencing the world. Okay? So don't take offense to that if someone that you know has maybe, I think it's called agoraphobia, where you have a fear of going outside. I don't take that lightly, I promise. Let's see. Yeah. It's funny that I said that. And then I get this card, spend more time outdoors. I believe this means get in touch with nature. Do what comes natural, and that is listening to your own voice, your soul. Getting poised to make an action step, but not making it in this instant. That's what it is. That's what this feels like. Okay. I feel like that is it for this message. I feel like there is nothing more that Spirit can convey here. It's like when it's done, it's done. This is how much more can Spirit say, right? It's time to get into those moments of silence, guys. I know it's hard when you live with people. It's hard to find time to have those quiet moments, but it's really crucial, because you can ask for advice from everybody, but guess what? In the end, the decision is yours and yours alone, and you're the one that is the cause and effect of whatever decision you make, okay? That's why I was hearing cause and effect this morning. I hope you have enjoyed this message, and I hope and pray that you take this energy, this message that was given to you in love, and you use it in the way that is right for you, okay? For all of you, I love you so much, and I appreciate you listening and staying in touch here. Until next time, which will probably be Sunday, tomorrow, because I am going to do my Sunday sacred message. please stay in your lane, stay in your light, stay in love, and stay true to you. Until next time, namaste.